Hey, full funnel family. Excited to show you this table that we've built here that I think solves an incredibly common problem, which is how do organizations continue to interact, nurture, and ultimately monetize opportunities that have not closed in their pipeline, ultimately closed, lost, or later opportunity sort of events. So the challenge is that most organizations are going to assign these to reps or give them to marketing, do like nurture flows, do automated sort of like very static flows. And from my experience, most of this has been very ineffective. And so the thought process here is that what we're going to do, and this is sort of like a variation of like a wake the dead type of play, but what we're going to do here is we're going to pull all of the accounts that we had opportunities with that just didn't, for whatever, close. And you can see I have 3,700 of these companies. 3,700 is a big number for an organization to sort of monitor and interact with, especially leveraging like human capital. If you like round robin these or use the people who had the account ownership, or you started like batch doing account ownership, it can turn into a mess really quickly. So here's a really easy way of doing this in a wildly cost-effective and unified way. You build a table inside of Clay, and then you're going to use a whole bunch of logic to identify, and this is sort of going to be specific to every company, what you're looking for signals. And for these particular companies, I'm looking for go-to-market signals because we are a sales and marketing revenue operations services company. And so what ends up happening is after reading like 10Ks, social posts, job boards, their Glassdoor reviews, all these other fun things, we get to what is effectively a summary. And essentially it'll say, this is the account, this is the prioritization, because we have a fit score behind them, and you can see like hot, warm, cold, etc. And then it gives you what is effectively a narrative that suggests why their score is what it is. And so you can see here, this is like a high scoring, there's a good reason, so on and so forth. This is like our logic block. Then what we do is we go into a contacts table. So we build out a contact table, making sure that all of the contacts that are in this particular account in the CRM are still at the account. If they are not at the account, what account are they at? Is that an ICP fit? And sort of running that sort of workflow. But ultimately, once we have the contacts and we know that they're still at the accounts and that their title matches our relevant ICP title sort of composition, then we build responses. So we leverage ChatGPT here. We sort of build in a prompt logic that's going to give us email copy and LinkedIn copy. Now, one of the things that we did here, which is really interesting, is that we used in these two columns sort of very tag and sort of smart field sort of logic structure to how we built the messaging. Over here in these two columns, the way we did this is we used the new beta feature in Clay, which allows you to use a document to reference sort of prompt generation off of. And so what that allowed us to do is we took 72 transcripts of discovery calls that I have done talking about problem solutions, etc., and used that as the base plate for how the AI will produce content that sounds authentic in terms of tonality, word usage, so on and so forth. So a really important part there, like the AI is using all of my verbiage as the training basis for how it's going to write the next message, which is very, very productive when you think about the conversation of people just using AI blindly and using AI as an expediency tool. So that's really cool. And then from here, it goes out in HubSpot instantly. It goes out on HeyReach through my LinkedIn account. And so the thought process here is this table takes about $200 to $400 to run, depending on how many people are in market with their signal architecture. You only reach out to the people that are scoring well. You leave the other ones alone because there's no point in talking right now. We should know when it's a good point in time to talk. I think this is really applicable to practically every company on planet Earth. Probably something we should be building for you and your company. Let us know if this is interesting. Thanks.